I'm your host, BellaKatrina, from ReikiByBella.com. I'm in Sydney, Australia, and I'm training worldwide. We're studying our new program, Hands of Light, for those of you who are interested in receiving life force through your body at 250 volts. So look for Hands of Light because you get attuned to a higher frequency and it heals your body, mind, and then spiritually you get your blueprint. So have a look at that. We're doing a divine snapshot here for you, Divine Feminine. Got 5 of Pentacles underneath. So that's swiftly changing, right? Swift change ahead. That may not be you. Let's have a look. So thank you so much for being here. It's good to be in the power of the light. And as a collective, we bring power and we take it too. So you can take energy here, right? If you need it, you're open to receive healing. We're full of healing here. We've got diamond fire Reiki for you, which is light Reiki, right? Like gossamer strands of light coming into your energetic field. We've got the Rider-Waite Tarot. Then we're going to do a island wellness message. And then we're having a look at love, right? Because there's been a distinct shift in the divine masculine energy. If you're a member and you've seen that reading, you will understand. So you can go to the members lounge and receive divine masculine readings as light workers. So just join the lounge today. So the sun's coming out. Divine feminine, look. This is also an inner child healing, right? A sense of joy and vitality returning to your life. You know, when it's dark, the clouds are there, and then how long does it take for the sun to pierce through those clouds? Not long, right? So it could happen any second now. Just get ready. I'm hearing, just get ready. The sun is shining on all these options, right? So there's 7 of Cups there. And also it means that, you know, everything's up in the air. And you're okay with that. This may be the first time in your life where you don't know anything here. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea. You're sitting in an impasse of nothingness. And from nothing you can have everything. So now you're looking at here, it's almost waiting on a divine masculine. Because that could be a divine masculine, really. I mean, let's face it. Everything's up in the air on a decision here. Oh, Page of Wands is good news on its way. Good news on its way. So these are messages, and this is how the angels will actually intervene and speak to you. This is a possibility of you encountering an earth angel today. Happiness and joy is on its way to you today. Out of confusion and chaos. That's why the angels came in, because I do Reiki, right? We have symbols of light. So when you're attuned to Reiki, you get volts of power, and you can activate them at 250 volts. You can activate symbols. So that's your level 2. So we're going to just bring in these symbols. It's called Chokore and Seheiki. And you can receive them in light right now. We're taking all fear. So we have Tamasura here, which is an antidote to fear. How wonderful. Wonderful. I've seen people release fear just by activating that symbol on their heart chakra. And then you bring in Osho, which is unconditional love. So we're taking out all chaos. Right? We're calming the chaos. Kafu 2 calms chaos. How wonderful to have a symbol of light that will go into your energy field and subdue anxiety. Beautiful. So we've got here, the 9 of Cups. This is a definite flooding of emotion here. This is an overwhelming feeling of bliss. Things are working in my favor. I got my wish. Right? This is what I'm hearing from a divine master. I got my wish. It's today, the Ace of Wands. It's a major announcement here. Hello, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hit the like button. We're going to explode in light here on TubeYube and all my faithful followers. You're getting blessings, right? There's a multitude of blessings that's coming through this channel. I don't know how the angels do it, but they're by your side, and Gabriel's here, going to give you the words to speak to get your needs met. So let's do an invocation to Gabriel. So we're doing activations here on this channel. It's a bit different. So I like to do it as we go, you know. Archangel Gabriel, I give you permission and I ask to intervene, to give me to the words that I need to get the response that I'm looking for. Thank you, right? So we're asking, you've got to clear your energy. Soul Star to Earth Star Gold Mesh Shield up. then call, and then create. You create by following your guidance. That's why we do hands of light, to open our clairs, because you've got to be able to receive your guidance clearly, right? And this is a wake-up call, and it's an action call. So there's a call to action for a wish and for happiness. Why? Because we're in the gateway. When I talk to you and I say we're in a portal, after these readings, I sit there going, what is a portal? I'm asking the angels. Like, you say, I don't know what a portal is. They say, well, this is a time point. It's a node point. It's a seed point. So if you look at your astrological chart, there's a seed point there. And this is the moment, right? Where planets align. Everything aligns here. Wow. And it's this week, right? So they're showing me 7 days. We have a portal, a twin flame portal. I don't know what else to call it. And this is alignment. So to be in alignment, all the chaos, all confusion, right? Because we don't have a father of confusion. God's not one of, no. Indecision, nada. So it's like this masculine here is never going to sit in indecision again. How much time is he going to have on his hands? It's funny. And the finale, the tower comes down, the finale. So somebody was holding out, right? It looked like pride, a bit of pride here. But underneath the pride is fear. So that's why we have Tamasura, the antidote to fear, see? So we're doing it in this reading. You can actually receive healing and shift things. The angel Gabriel is with you, saying here, you got to follow your intuition. There's a cycle that's completely over, and it's a cycle of a third-party cycle. It's over, right? The mystery is being revealed in this moment, in this hour. The Divine Masculine here who's got the 10 of Wands. That's the end of the cycle. The burden's too heavy. I cannot be in separation from my heart any longer. It's like that, right? So he's going to have to leave the past behind, because the new, it's like the tower's here because this Divine Masculine is sitting in this 5 and 7, right? And that has to shift. You have to sit in it because you've got to feel it to heal it. So he's in it and he's healing it. It's lifting, see? And then he's going to drop the burden. It's going to be gone in 3D, but it has to happen here emotionally. This is emotional. The tower, guys, the tower. That's a forcing of nature. That's a divine intervention. Like it's a strike of lightning. Look at that. Don't be rude. Let's have a little snapshot here, because when this is the center one, is the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune is underneath. Right, so the Wheel of Fortune is shifting because the node point's here. This is the beginning, the seed point. That's why the Ace of Wands is here. It's the ignition. It's a spark of a light. The flame is lit. You're welcome to join the Members Lounge. Have a look at the Divine Masculine reading if you like these readings. They're different cards, and they do give you insight, especially if you are Divine Masculine. Those readings are for you, because the heart is healing from betrayal, from being backstabbed, from unrequited love, from it's like being in, like a bad dream. And then you think, wow, I've got to wake up. I've got to wake up out of this bad dream. The Tower, please. We're calling in angels to be by your side, all the archangels, including Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel is the patron saint of writers and for fertility. And so I even had a client come years ago, and she said Archangel Gabriel came into her reading, her Shabam, and I don't know what happened. We did a treatment. I remember Gabriel being there, and Gabriel came into the healing. And then she screamed out to me. This is about this would have been months later. I don't know how many months later. She's screaming at me through Manly Corso, and I didn't even recognize her. She looked so different. And she said, guess what Gabriel gave me, because she couldn't conceive. And she had the baby. She got the baby and she's so excited. And she was showing me how she looked up about Gabriel on Google, and Gabriel's the angel of fertility. And I never said that to her, but Gabriel was in the reading. It was really intense. And I said, oh, fertility. I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I realized. So Gabriel, the angel of fertility, is here with you today, who can actually bring, I'm having an epiphany, don't worry. I'm just going to receive the download. Because Gabriel can bring something out of nothing. This is the victory underneath. So this is going to blow your mind here. This is a mind-blowing, it's good, it's positive, right? Because something's finished. I also see dreams, like there might be a masculine here is receiving messages in his dreams. I don't know why I got dreams for that. Yeah, psychic hits, telepathy. Like this is intuition on a level that you've never experienced before. So on some level, right, you are experiencing the grief of your divine masculine on some level. And once it clears, there's so much space there. I think that's what the tower is, right? Because it's the end of the cycle. You don't know it yet. Yeah, the mystery. You don't know this yet. I think this is why it's a shock, right? Because you're not aware that these 10 of Wands have been put down by this masculine energy, and he's out. He's squared his finances. He's balanced the scales financially. He's out. Has he actually done it? This is hopes and fears. I'll show you. This is a secret. You don't know this, Divine Feminine. Showing me this is what's happening behind the scenes. So Gabriel's here to help you get your resonance of your voice, because it matters. When you speak truth, it creates a sort of light in your mouth. And this is your power. Your resonance to speak your truth is going to have like a, you know, if you were a tuning fork and you're standing in front of your divine masculine, you're going to affect his vibration. So it doesn't matter how close or far away you are, you're affecting his vibration. Oh, I see. That's what Gabriel's saying with the final card here is the choice, the lovers. Oh, look at that. The choice. The 10 of Wands and the lovers. The burden of the separation has come too much for this divine masculine. That's the tower. He's sick of missing his heart, basically. And he's realizing that he put finances or the material, right, over the spiritual and emotional. That was non-existent. So that's not there. So it's like it's imbalanced. And then it became 10 of Wands, like none there. So he's like this. And he needs to stand up. Anyway, you can get more insight at the Members Lounge. So Divine Masculine readings, extensions are there. And they're very insightful. And we go there first. So it's already there, so you can join the Members Lounge now. And you just go in and have a look. And also check out the Community tab. So this is an Ace of Wands and a Tower moment. And we're here today. So this is coming in really close, this energy. Things are shifting, and that's why you can feel it in your wings. If you already have received level Reiki 1 and 2 attunements, then you get wings of light for your spiritual. If anybody's ready, you get 1,000 volts of power, and you get recognized. When you get your spiritual wings, you have hierarchy. That's how they can tell what gifts you have in the spiritual realm by your wings. They change color, you get medals on them, fine tips, right? And when you go into the diamond fire, you get diamond tipped wings. So now the angels can see who has the new technology for the 5th dimension. And where are they going to give more of the light? You know, more, we'd say, blessings, messages. These messages are blessings. Oh, messages are blessings. So masculine here, look. He's done. 10 of Wands. That's what 10 of Wands looks like in 3D. Go away. Stop calling me. I'm not dealing with you today. Who's that? his conversation boundaries. See, the anger is still there, a little bit. So as that shifts, the light-heartedness comes in. So there'll be a shift in your vibration, Divine Feminine, when this masculine's... But the energy, this is why that energy, the little bit of anger here, is going to be channeled into passion. So watch out. Things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. Things coming to light. Clarity. I'm living with a demonically possessed human being. So if there's demonic possession, there must be angelic possession. So you're angelically possessed. You're an angelic human, Divine Feminine, right? You're not human anymore. You have wings of light. Not everybody has them. No. Let's have another look. Before we go into the Love Oracle, I've got the Tony Carmine Soleno Love Oracle here. And we're just going to have a snapshot with the Island Wellness before we go into that. So get excited. There's a major announcement. You've got this is good news, and then you've got the major announcement. So this is like when they used to send around the herald and he'd sing at the door. Like this is a singing, you know, what are they called? The messenger, the page. And they come to the door and sing you a song and give you flowers. Like this is a serenade. But this masculine is no finesse left, right? Because there's a bit of impatience, you know, or urgency. There's a bit of urgency. Island Wellness, we call upon you now. Thank you for bringing in the messages, angels. Thank you for lifting our spirits today, angels. We give you permission and ask to lighten our vibration. Yeah, we want to align with the paradise timeline of New Earth. It's been anchored. It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Because this is so grounded, this palm tree, that the winds come and blow and storms come, and it's so anchored that it's still there. And this could be, right, this is a connection. You could think of it as a twin flame connection is grounded. Looks like this one's grounded. This one, look, he's telling you. Like, so this is another person he's telling. So he's understanding people are draining him. This is the awareness. Ah! I just heard, I think I married the wrong one. But you can't look back in your past and criticize yourself and judge yourself because you're a different person now. You know, let's get into the now. Because all the past you can actually hand over. And you can hand over any sin as well and be clear. Imagine having all this sin and like criticism and judgment and guilt of things you've done in the past, and you've got no one to give it to. Do you know who you give it to? So the chosen ones know who they give it to. So this is an awakening of a divine masculine knowing. There's a forgiveness here. He's feeling released, freed, right? Excited. It's an epiphany. Now, what's that plane that goes? It's called the Red Robin. Everything that happens in your reading is for your reading. We had a helicopter in the beginning, and now we've got the Red Robin. Now, he does flying over. You know, he's like the Red Baron, the Red Robin. Who's Robin? Thank you, Robin. Heart with a key, right? He knew straight away, this divine masculine knew the day he met, laid eyes on, I'm hearing, his feminine, that was his heart. He knew that. So he was like, let's just not have that. Let's just, no, let's just block that out, right? So he did everything in his power, this masculine, to block it out because he's actually astute on the mental side. He's very astute over here. He's got this bit down, right? He's nailed this, so he's going to just focus on that, right? So when emotions, just back here, get to work. Do you know what I mean? Like and then this opens up. He's like, no. Who's that? Got my heart? You got the key. He knew it, and he didn't let on to you. And he was testing you to see if you knew it, because he knew it straight away. This guy knew it immediately. And he shut it down, pulled away, played games, ran this way, ran that way. I mean, he ran and chased himself around. Do you know what I mean? Like, this divine feminine wasn't even there. Sorry, that's funny. Oh my gosh, I saw the phoenix last night in something, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. See the mind? So what happened here? There's been a refinement over here because the mental body was so out of control. I keep showing you this because we're God's diamond, right? You're God's diamond. So the mental body was too much, and this was so it was a bit like this. You know what I mean? But there's been a refinement here mentally. And that's opened up space here. This is flooding in. This is overwhelming emotion. This is like a feeling of kindness and love overwhelming the anger portion. So there's a mix at the moment, you know, that goes into a bit of a mix until the love has to take over. It's like oil and water, and then it's got to clear. The Grim Reaper got to clear. The Grim Reaper got to clear. Thank you, God. The relationship is over, right? There's no second chances. He's not going back. This was his fear, that he thought, you know, there's a patterning here of stuffing things up emotionally because he's not there. He wasn't there emotionally, so he's going to attract somebody who's not there emotionally. So when the emotion opens up, it's like gone. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm asking Gabriel, right, to give me the words. So there's been an internal change. It's quite dramatic in this divine masculine. And he's rising like a phoenix because there's been a stirring of his heart this whole time. This looks like a cycle of 12 months that's happened twice. So these two have been in a cycle twice because this divine masculine was snoring so loudly. It was irritating his divine feminine. You know what I mean by that? Like he's asleep, he has like a flamingo. He's like, no, I'm just going to go here and do my Groundhog Day, because this is what I know, mental, physical. Don't bring me that emotional stuff over here, because I get all wobbly. And then it became overwhelming. It's like, you know, the percentage of the love vibration is like goes from, like you're on a seesaw. And just say, you know, divine masculine's at 49%. And he's just got to get to 51% to topple that scale. And this is the pivotal moment. This is like, you don't have to go to 99%. You only have to go to 51. You just got to get that 1%. Most people stop at 49% and sit in the fear. If you just push a little bit, then the whole thing will actually, you know what I mean? So this is unravel. Like it's just going to be like a domino effect. The next step, the next step, the next step, the next step, the blessing, the opening, the opportunity. It's going to be a different life. Here's this divine feminine over here, right, going la la la. This would be the full divine feminine. You're like healed, ready for a new start. You're going to do things differently. You're more in the moment. You're more in the present moment. You're more in your heart space, and you're making decisions from there. So now you're happy that, and you're, it's like being a bit more confident in your own choices, because there's a knowingness that's come in here about this masculine. You have a knowingness. The Ace of Swords is here. So that you're aligned spiritually with this union. You're anchored physically. And you're balancing every day the mental and the emotional. You go up and down, you know? It's like the infinity symbol. Some days your emotions will be full on and you're not logical. Other days you'll just be totally logical. Right? You do go through a cycle, divine feminine. We all go through like a moon cycle, emotional, you know? So get to know that cycle. And opening your heart to love. Ah, the mask is off. Now, this masculine did everything to hide these feelings because they were new, they were bubbling over, they were a bit like, you know, day and night, like chakras spinning, like can't eat. This is lovesick feeling. Like it feels a bit yuck because, you know, like it feels like you've come off a ride at Luna Park. We have Luna Park here in Sydney, don't worry. I used to love going on it. Anyway, not showing true feelings, see? Hiding. So then you were thinking, what's wrong with me? Because there's nothing worse than this. It's poor divine feminine. She can feel it, right? She's here. She's physically here, present. Emotionally, her heart's open. She can feel it. She knows it's a spiritual connection. And yet mentally, he's not talking about it. He's talking about everything else. He's not moving forward. Look, he was like, no, I'm a flamingo. It makes you go crazy. That's what gaslighting is. When you can feel it, you know, and when you know somebody's lying to you, for instance. Like every cell of your body knows it. And then you got to sit in it. I can't sit in that vibration anymore. So you're at that point. It's like the vibration takes over. It doesn't matter what the mind game is, what the story is about, what the he said, what the she said. This is not aligning with me right now because it's all out of sync. My gut hurts, right? I'm upset emotionally. I'm like, you know, agitated. Because I know on every level, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that this is a connection, that this is my man. This is this divine feminine. She knows, and he's like, nah, got his arms crossed and looking over there. And like, okay, bye. So he runs over there, and then he runs back. So it's not runner chaser. He's doing it himself. This divine masculine, he runs and chases. It's like funny. Let's have a drum roll for the outcome here. Oh my gosh. Can you believe that? Underneath the Grim Reaper is the coffin. Endings bring new beginnings. This is it. That's the ending and the beginning at the same time. This is eclipse energy. Like it's immediate. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm getting there. But you understand, over. So the fear was, this divine masculine was fearing that if he left his old life, right, that he wouldn't be able to stay in his new life. He'd go back to it. So he had to end it. He had to finish it. He had to like completely, no way, don't want to go back there. I'm not going back there. This is the finale. Because if there is any chance of him going back, right, to a family member or to even a child, I'm going to say it, or going back to a karmic, or going back to an ex or whatever, there's no chance now. The energy's completely shifted. That's what he was waiting for that. That's why joining the Members Lounge, you'll find out more about that. So this is how he did it. Like just a surge of energy came up and he was like, I'm not going through that anymore. I'm not going to sit here and listen to people lie to me. I can't handle it. That's why the indigos were diagnosed with ADHD at school, because they're being lied to and their vibration acts up. Quite natural. They don't have to be medicated. But so this divine masculine was medicated basically by the mind taking over and ruling. No emotion. And so then the emotion comes in overwhelmingly, and then it starts to balance. And that activates the passion. I love it. We've got the Love Oracle here by Tony Carmine Soleno. And you know that, you know, the angels are showing me like there are pathfinders, right? So it's like this divine masculine is a pathfinder, and he's found it. So he's a leader, and this was always in his blueprint, right? Because he's never seen a feminine energy like this before. He's just never seen it before. And it was spooky. It scared him. It's like, there must be a trick here. There must be something hiding. Let me play these games to see. And so he sort of ran around and played them all, ran and chased it around on himself. That's what he's realised. He's like, So that would be, for instance, he'd be like, oh, I'll just ignore her, right? So I'll just detach and pull away. And then he goes into so much pain because he can't handle the separation himself. So he's detached and pulled away from his divine feminine. And then he's in this place where he's like, oh my gosh, I've got to see, I've got to see. So then he reaches out again. It's like, oh my gosh. So that was just a bit of, we call integration of light. And this divine feminine was like, well, it's not healthy for me to really go up and down on this roller coaster ride with you. So I'm just going to detach and anchor myself and stay in the tuning fork vibration so you can tune into this vibration. It's got to be here, anchored for this divine masculine. The feminine has to anchor the energy for the divine masculine to resonate to. Yes? because, you know, Eve was naughty, right? So the divine feminine's got to reverse that curse. Nope. It happens in the dream state. As it comes down spiritually, the blueprint, and then you balance emotions. Can you imagine? Two full-on people here. Divine masculine, divine feminine, holding codes of the highest creation, aligning to their own personal diamond. And that's what clicks the heart open. And then the heart wants to find a vibration, right? It's like a, you know, searching. And then the feminine energy is like the magnet. So the divine masculine finds her. You know, they're showing me like it's a sixth sense that kicks in and it takes over. You know, like my dog had that, Paris. She was healthy for 18 years, like a super dog. But she had this sense of people. She found this guy in a crowded room in a shop in Manly, walking down. I've lost my dog. She's gone off the lead and she's in this shop and she's up some guy's leg. It's so embarrassing. Excuse me. It was a fish shop. There's so many people and I couldn't find her. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm pushing people's legs away. That's how many people there were. And I was like, oh my gosh, did she even go in this shop? And then she's up to this guy's leg. I said, excuse me, I'm so sorry. She thinks she knows you. And he grabbed her and he goes, Paris. And she's licking his neck and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, she does know you. I don't know you, but she knows you. She knew he was in there. She had that sixth sense. I don't know how she found him. And when he came out, he said, I was the boyfriend where you left Paris. I left Paris when I went overseas for 6 weeks with Joe, my friend. And this is her boyfriend who used to come every day to the house, right, and work from home. So Paris was in the house, and Joe had another dog who was kept outside. He was telling me this. He goes, but I brought Paris inside and put her up on the leather couch on a cushion. I'm like, oh, did you? So that's good because she likes you. And then I realized, I said, and where did she sleep? He goes, Joe's dog slept outside in the kennel, and Paris, she slept on our bed, of course. I was like, oh my gosh. So Paris had Joe at night, and the dog, when she'd come home from work, take her for a walk, and then Paris had Dom all day. So she did know this guy. But the amazing thing I'm trying to reveal to you is the scent, how she picked that up. Now, this is a vibrational scent that this divine masculine's picking up like that. So he's coming like out of nowhere. He's going to find that divine feminine. Just like Paris. Can you believe, Dom? So this is the miracle. Like, you're going to gasp. This is a gasping moment. This is like, what? So everything that you thought you wanted to hear, remember this is about your speech. What are your needs? What are your deal breakers? What are you creating here? You're creating with your speech, Gabriel's saying. So don't talk about the past. Don't bring up the past. Don't ingest any chaos either. Like, you've got to be really strict here, divine feminine. This is what's going to bring this in. Strictness. I don't know how to say it. Boundaries, you know. Oh, here's that friendship thing again. Now, men don't like it because they don't like being friend zoned, I'm telling you. But a friendship here is a different sense. This is a dependable energy. This masculine's like, first time he's noticed a feminine that he can trust. Because what happened is, it's like when you poke somebody and then run away, you know, or you're in 6th grade, and they tap you on the shoulder, the other shoulder, and then they run away. Or they pull your hair and then run and hide. Every time he did that to his divine feminine, she didn't retaliate. She didn't get angry. She didn't run after him. She didn't get triggered. So it became boring, you know? So he's like, oh, okay, hi. You go, oh, hi. He's like, I can rely on her. She doesn't snap at me. It's been a big test. He's tested you. Because he's put up with Jezebels, right? Really conniving, really nasty. And it's heartbreaking. So he's like, well, I gave it all. I gave all my mental and my physical to an emotional person. Like, this is what he thought. So he started splitting these two up. And then he thought he was giving emotionally, but there was none there. This is the epiphany for this masculine. There's not even a friendship there. That's why the Coffin's there. It's like there's nothing here in his karmic land. I'm going to call it karmic land because like you go from karmic land into the new vibration without the karma, without the lies, people sitting there lying to you. So this masculine was lied to. He was gaslighted. And so he tried all those tricks that he learned from his karmic land on his divine feminine. He tried them all. And she was like, oh, yawn, yawn, meanie, greenie. I don't understand why you're being so mean. Go away. I'm only here for love. Right? So when you get yourself together, because you can't bring that energy, you can't bring karmic land into here. That's what had to go. And this is what's happening at the same time. The karmic land's released. And the rainbow's here, energetically. If you look at that, that's the spiritual energy coming down, right? Spiritual coming down. Then it has to integrate into your emotions and your mental body. So they have to feel the same way that you're thinking, like your thoughts have to match your feelings, basically. And then action comes from there, which is inspired action. But in order to do that, you've got to clear your energy. You've got to call in the divine, your spiritual blueprint, and then you've got to start creating. So this is all happening at once. The clear, call, and create is like that, with this reading, with this masculine energy. It's like a blueprint to have eternal and forever here. This is a blueprint received. Oh. A bit embarrassed? A bit embarrassed. This masculine's a bit embarrassed. You can't be embarrassed. It's a wasted emotion, really, because there's a bit of shame underneath, right? And that's like beating yourself up, like I didn't get it fast enough, and like I spent so long in just nothing. How can you live this whole life with your heart just closed off? It's like you can. I used to think that's impossible, but then I realized that's where I was. And it takes guts to open the heart, because you've got to hold a vibration that's 6,000 times more powerful than fear. The vibration of the heart chakra is 4,000 times more powerful than the mind vibration. That's why the children of light win. The collective of light wins. Victory for the light, for the darkness cannot overcome it. So everything else is an illusion. It's done to play tricks on the mind space to make you feel that you've been overcome by the darkness. And this is what's shifted here. This masculine's like, nah. All I've got to do is bring light. And you've got to receive light. And then you channel that into love. That's the vibration. That's the currency. You've got to get through that mind space, which is the devil's playground. And this masculine's mastered it. Look. So there's power come back. He's also, it's showing me here that all the weakness he's had in his solar plexus from being drained, from being dumped on, from being told this way, like just negativity. Like he's looking at every time he had an idea and he went to one of his mates and they're like, oh, well, that won't happen because. And did you think about this? This is why he's learned. People don't have the same vision as him. So why would you share an idea with somebody who doesn't have that vision? They're going to bring it down to their vision. And then you're going to be at the pub and you wake up the next morning with a hangover instead of a seed planted in your vision. Do you know what I mean? Wow. So there's a starting vibration here about believing, right? It says believe. So this masculine's getting downloads spiritually, going, okay, well, that's where that happened. I had to learn that lesson there, right? And he's so detached from it. It's like he's looking at it like a past life already. And see how there's no energy between them now? There's no chaos here. There's no chaos at all. I could read this all day. It's such a beautiful energy. I love the Ace of Wands in the Tower. So that could be a knock at the door because there is a message. Right? And then the message comes here. He's risen like a phoenix. I mean, you're not going to get any more powerful a message. That would be a door knock right? Or this would be a proposal or an invitation to go away. So what's the message from this masculine to his feminine today as she receives downloads from the angelic world? You know, you look at that Lovers card, the feminine's looking up. She's bringing down the angelic guidance. So for all members, I have a channeled, just for you, a channeled message from Gabriel. And I'll be putting that on the community tab for you in the members lounge for all light workers. And please have a look there for all members. I have a masculine reading that goes with this one. So it's good to see it first. If you haven't joined the members lounge, that's how you can support the channel, or just hitting the like button. You know the deal. Thank you so much for your kindness and for your support always. We've got these beautiful cards. I don't know what they've got a beautiful message. Oh, let's read that one. Love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. Whoa. I don't remember ever reading that before again. This is the portal. So now we know. We're learning together. This is what the portal means. The unforgiveness is lifted. He's realized, I'm already forgiven. I just have to ask for it. Right? So something's cleared. Then he's calling, which is asking. And then he's going to create. It's all happening like an epiphany. His message to his divine feminine. The strongest emotion is often expressed in silence. This is like the silence was an amphitheater, right, of vibration for this masculine. To find the light. See how she emanates? I'll show you. She emanates the light. That's what I'm talking about, like the vibration. See how it activates his heart there? His solar plexus is activated. Oh my gosh. It comes from his divine feminine. This is the mission. See, we all think, oh, the masculine's going to lead first, but in this, when it's emotion and physical, she holds 75%. When she's in 75%, he's 25% emotional and spiritual, activates. It's pure. No, you know, we've talked about the divine feminine cocktail, the toxic cocktail of the feminine energy. It's been distorted. It's now being purified. The message here for his divine feminine is if you never have a broken heart, you'll never really learn to love. So his heart's been put back together. He's like saying, I'm renewed because of you, and I've picked up your vibration. This is the GPS, destination. And now he's being guided. He's saying, desire does not demand love before it traps you, but desire with love creates a powerful bond. So he's got desire as well. So this is a mix of vibrations he's never had before. So he's integrating a high-level attraction, right? An action, a magnetism. And God says you can't have true spirituality without passion. And this is something that he hasn't felt for a while. You know, when you're sort of dull and it's dreary and it's Groundhog Day, and then your heart goes, oh, this is how it la 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 la. Then you got it all covered in black soot. So love comes along, you don't even vibe on it. So this vibration of this feminine has been so bright that it's like a light that's come in and it's lifted him. Desire does not demand love before it traps you. But desire with love creates a powerful bond. He's never had that. He's only ever had the desire, the physical. He hasn't connected the emotional with it at the same time. So he's been in love with women but not really like wanted them, and then he's been really attracted to them but not in love with them. And then he's found both. So it scared him, ran around for a while. But now, love is an angel disguised as lust. So he tried to put his divine feminine in that category of all women, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's all that's there. So the attraction was there first, the angels are saying. It had to be very, very strong. And then he fell in love. So that was like, no, that wasn't meant to happen. That's not in the 3D plan. That's not going to suit the karmic. That's not going to be help me be a people pleaser for others. Right? That's the integration, the messiness. This is where Divine Feminine was like, where are you going? Oh, you're back. Oh, you're going. Oh, okay. Oh, right. No, I don't know. Are you doing that deliberately to me? Or are you just so like not grounded that you don't even know what you want? Like it was very like, ah. And then Divine Feminine was like, I don't want to be in that energy. I'm out. It's going to be over here, eating my salad, going for my walk, or whatever. Here, a final message from Divine Masculine is like, I'll be with you by the full moon. Beautiful. It's true love. In true love, you want what is best for the other person. In romantic love, you only want the other person. This is the shift. He's like, oh, she's waiting for me. She wants what's best for me. Like this is compassion, like supercharged compassion, which has brought the tears out of this Divine Masculine. That's what he's healed, because he's never felt that embrace and energy. I just want to keep going here, don't you? But I thank you very much for your kind donations, for being here, for your likes, subscribes, leaving a comment, and join the Members Lounge. Best way to support the channel, because we're ad-free here. So if you found this helped you in any way, thank you for going to PayPal or buying me a rose. Would you like to buy me a coffee? We're doing an exchange here that I give, and then whoever wants to can give. It's never expected, but appreciated, because I bring you this light. The best way, as I said, is by joining the Members Lounge, or for booking your private reading at REIKIByBella.com, or look at Hands of Light if you're a healer and you want to activate your Hands of Light. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Angelic guidance is in the house 444. So we're in portal. Look out for the number 555. That's the number I keep seeing at the moment. And I think that's because of this change, this epiphany, this eclipse, this announcement. And in this card, guess what? This is Archangel Gabriel. So another message here that you can trust this announcement. Open your heart to love. If I can help in any way, look me up. Have a look in the description box, and I'll see you in the next reading.